So guys, in this clip, I'm going to update on my cuttings. And of course, the white apple, yellow apple is still doing fine. Still have its growth. As well as now, if you can see, the fig is starting to put on new growth. So I'm so excited. These two, they're still hanging in there. I will give them more time, of course. It has not been a month since I've did this, so I'm excited. And then my Myers lemon, it is still doing awesome. I'm not going to move it yet. Everything is still green. And remember, this is my first time doing these, so I'm not going to rush them. And one thing I do know that is I'm not allowed to allow them to get dry. So I have to keep them moist, and I've been trying my best to do that. So something is working, and I'm okay with that. Here I have my moonflower. It is doing pretty good. This is the one I left inside, and it's doing pretty good. So eventually I will up pot that. And then my salad in a bowl, of course. This is my Tiny Tim, and I have 5 of those. They're all doing great. So I'm just waiting on them. And I keep them inside under my grow lights to give them a pretty much consistent environment right now. I probably should have had them outside, but I knew the weather was going to change, and I did not want that to catch up with me or catch me slipping. So we're going to check outside. Good morning. I'm out in on my porch, and I'm doing a quick checkup on the things that's going on on the porch. So I have really been trying to decide on exactly where do I want my colorful containers. I love the aesthetic of them being on the porch, but I have to do something a little different because I don't want to be crowded up here. So I really want to do a project, but I have to really think about what I'm going to do before I do it, because I don't want to do it and then have to redo it or anything of the sort. So, but I do know certain things will be moved inside the gate, and some things will be allowed to stay on the porch. So I'm going to show you what I have and things that I have planted over the last couple of days. So for starters, in this container, we had nothing, and I actually have some tall Utah's celery up in this one. And you know, it takes celery a while to germinate. So we're going to see how it do outside and as far as germination. Over here, I do have kale, but I also put some Swiss chard on this side right here. And over here, I have some more celery. This is the tender crisp, so I do have that on both sides. And I decided to do some extra celery because I only did like 3 stalks, and that is not going to be enough. And if you're a person that cooks and likes to use celery, you're going to need more celery. And then the holidays is coming in, and you're going to want to have that celery. Okay, so in this green one here, I have the golden celery. So I actually double-sided that one. I mean, I really did just sprinkle some. So I'm pretty sure I will have to thin out some things, and I'm going to try my best. This time when I thin out, I'm just going to take it to the big garden area instead of discarding them. And this is the celery and these 2 things that I do have planted already. And on one side of this celery here, I have some little bunching onions that I actually planted. Let's see. Down here, I've been having these rose seeds in the house for a while now. I decided to bring them out to see if they was going to actually try to catch or germinate out here. They've been under the grow lights. I do have some still in the freezer. I will bring them out probably in another 2 weeks. The temperature's supposed to drop. over here in both of these buckets, I have carrots. One I have the Touchon carrot, and the other one I have the Chardonnay, something like that, carrots. And because I love to harvest carrots, I love fresh carrots, I actually gave them both their own container. Behind me, I have some garlic chive, and I actually I wanted to grow this in something that I can contain possible. You know, garlic chive, well, chives period, will, once the wind blow, it can blow them anywhere and they can start growing anywhere. But over here I have red onions on one side, and then I have tall leeks on the other side. So I did plant seeds in one of the beds, but I mean, maybe they're slow to germinate, maybe the temperature is just not right for them. So I'm still waiting on them to do what I like for it to do. So it's not a super lot that I am doing outside of just checking the garden itself and harvesting things that is ready to be harvested. So I haven't just been taking you around just saying, hey, I'm going to keep doing a garden update, but I decided to just do it as a deck update on the things that either I just planted or the things that either it's not doing well or doing well. So everything to me is doing pretty good in the garden. Yeah. So I do have some things that I'm going to pull out, and that'll be a later video. But I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you're growing something or you just planted something. So I know when I was filming the video for the clip for what's going on inside the porch, and I don't really remember where it cut off at, but we'll find that out. So here, like I said, I did celery, two types of carrots, the Chardonnay, and then the Touchon. Pineapple is looking fabulous. Everything on deck looks pretty good. I did some over here. I did some Swiss chard, so we're just waiting on that to start sprouting. And here I did celery, Utah celery. I did golden celery right here, as well as the tender crisp celery in this one. These are the three. So half of the green ones was the ones that didn't have anything in them. Over here I did some garlic chives, as well as over here some red onions and some leeks, the giant leeks. And if I don't see it doing good in one place or wasn't successful, I go ahead and try a different way of doing it. So we're going to take one quick walk inside the gate in the garden, so stay tuned. So we're here inside the garden gate, and we're going to check on McNeil's Corner. I've already took out like 6 bell peppers, and so far we have one right here. And believe it or not, man, these bell peppers be hard to see with all this green. And over here I have bell peppers growing. This is one of the plants. It took a minute for it to start sprouting, but it did sprout. I have my green beans here, my collards. I need to pull off some banana peppers. Now I did bring my little basket just in case I had anything that needed to come off, which it shouldn't be too much, but we're gonna go ahead on and snatch this one off. Well, it's more than one. So, and this one, this banana pepper has done very good for me. Well, now I lost it. It fell somewhere. Oh gosh. Okay, I have to find that. That needed to come out anyway. So you guys probably seen where it went better than I did. So I'm gonna pick these and I'll be right back. So guys, I'm going to show you what happens. Well, number one, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell the difference. All those leaves on the ground pretty much is like I just did a harvest. I had to cut back, trim some of my mustard tenders and tenders because I have not been out here. And because of that, those little holes, well, those was the worst of them. And I said, well, let me go ahead and trim them out. And those whiteflies do stuff like this. Not only do they do that, they like this. This is like leaf miner, and they're inside the leaf, so there's nothing you can do but trim them off. And if you at least trim them back, cut them back, you have a potential way of saving the rest of your plant. Now, just say you do not come out here and trim them up, and then you come out here and say, hey, something's been eating on my greens. Well, yeah, you haven't been out here. And I don't know if you can tell, but you can see how this one, you can see it really good down here. It's discolored, and it's discolored, and you can see the squiggly things. If it got the little squiggly lines in it, that means you have some leaf miner in it, and I mean that is inside the leaf. You can press on it, I've heard, and potentially stop whatever could be eaten. And I actually, when I trimmed one, I did see a little caterpillar on there, and when I did it so fast, you know I didn't touch it, but I did it so fast without recording it because I wanted to show some of you guys how that actually looks, you know, from our point of view, our eyes. You know, my broccoli, I still say it looks really, really good, my cauliflower. But sometimes you have to take out those dead, you know, things because you don't know. And you have to inspect your stuff. Now, I've been through this one, and I'm probably going to go through this one again. I won't do it on camera because that's not what I really came out here for. But those of you know that sometimes it just happens. You end up coming out here for one thing and doing another. I still say my cabbage look pretty good. You could tell it's going to be end up close together. Now this one, I don't like the way that look. And a lot of people get scared. Oh, I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut it. Well, you can either cut it to save it or not cut it and lose it. So I hope that really do make some sense for you guys. It will grow back. It have time to grow and do what it's going to do. It will replenish itself. Go ahead and cut the bad out. So whatever is trying to chomp at it can go away. You know, or it give your fruit more time to grow and strengthen up, because especially with cabbage, we had those cabbage worms, and Lord Jesus, I just throw the whole thing away because I can't do it. I've already thinned some things out over here, but this kale did have not seen the best of days, but it is still thriving. I didn't even have to cut that one. That one came off. So I definitely will be out here tending to my kale. I might separate some more, and I will be reseeding some. Do not get discouraged, okay? As you can see, this watermelon just dried up. It is no more viable. So, Lovelady is going to do this, number one. And then I'm going to come back later and I'm going to pull that whole thing out. I have 3 white buckets that have nothing in them technically. And I'm about to, you know, I always say I'm about to. It's just when Lovelady can do it. So, I'm going to take those 3 grow bags right there. And I'm going to do away with my okra. I mean, we're getting close. I mean, November 21st is our frost date, potential frost date. We had a slight dip in the temperature already. Nothing crazy. But I'm going to go ahead on and empty those okras. get them out the way, go ahead and empty that tomato tree, and refill the tomato bucket as well as the big blue buckets. And the buckets that's on top of the porch, I'm going to bring them down and put them in these spots over here so I can have room. I'm sorry for spinning you around. I'm over here where my peppers at. I'm going to go ahead and harvest some more peppers. But guys, this is how it's looking in the garden. The herbs are doing very well. We had a really, really good rain. And next week we should have even bigger rain. The marjoram looks really healthy now. You know, sometimes it's just that little rain that makes a difference. Guys, now you know I'm frantic. But do you see that little man right there? That lizard? Oh my gosh. As long as he don't come my way, I can make some things work. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update. And my zinnias, look, they are thriving. These things do not want to go away. And I've cut them all. This is the last of the zinnias I left. And this one is just taking over. I had to cut like 3 or 4 extensions from this one right here. This particular zinnia was where that pallet thing was that I had built and tore down. And I removed it and put it over here. Well, it loves this soil. It loves this area. I know it's not going to survive. But I know it's a possibility that her little seeds may stay in here all season long, over winter. And bam, what I'm going to have? Some more zinnias. And I'm going to cut it back because I know it's going to die back anyway. So I'm going to cut it all the way back. Actually, I might pull it all the way out because I know it's going to rebloom. I know it. But anyway, guys, have a great day. If you like this update, please hit the like, subscribe, and share my video. Someone else may need to see this. Leave a comment if you have any comments, suggestions, what you would like to see me work on next. I do have a ton of projects as I have in my head that I have to put in motion, but the cost of lumber, okay? So I have to dial it back and do something different. So, yes, hit that notification bell so you can always know when I put up a video. And don't forget to check out my new canning stuff that I'm doing. Have a great day.